There's nothing more beautiful than cutting the factory seal on a brand new Controllogix L80 processor. Let's go through how to set it up. We have lots of how-to videos on Studio 5000, but we don't have one actually showing how to set up a Controllogix from start to finish. I'm upgrading this trainer down at our PLC lab, and I thought I'd take a moment to go through it. Currently has an L63 processor, and this is where we are going to put the L80. And one cool thing about the L80 is it has the Ethernet built into it. So I'm going to be able to remove my Ethernet module and pass through the L80 to communicate to my L63. I'll unplug my Ethernet, pop the MDT out, slide the L63 over, and put the new L83 in. One thing that people freak out about when they get a new processor is they have this flashing OK light and they think something's wrong, but it's saying right here, firmware installation required. And that's all that means, is it just needs firmware installed and a program. The first thing we're going to need to do is assign an IP address to the Controllogix L81E, and we're going to use the PLC tool Sim IPE to do that. I'm going to go to prepare address and then new target IP. And the target IP for this is going to be 192.168.117. Now I'll plug directly into the processor. And we're going to go to assign address. And then we'll use bootp DHCP. And it says it's accepted it. And now we can press OK to set it to static. Now we're ready to plug it into our network. And we'll use Studio 5000 to configure it. I'm going to create a new project. And I'm going to go down to my Controllogix L5580 controllers and select the L81E and give it a name. And then you need to select the chassis size. In my case, I am going to be a 7-slot chassis, and I'm going to be running version 32. Typically, we go on in and write our program, but let's download this blank program first, just so we can see what'll happen. So I'm going to go to Communications, Who Active, and there's the L81E, and my download button is missing. And honestly, I'm not sure why this is happening, but here's what I found I have to do is I'm going to set the project path and then cancel and go Communications Download. And that brings us to our download dialog box. And it says here that our firmware revision is none because it's brand new. And there's the update firmware button. So I'm going to click it and update and yes. And then you're going to get a warning about the car being locked. Just click OK. And this is one time to just let it do its thing. Don't jump over and work on something else. Don't go watch YouTube, although I hope you're watching and I hope you've hit that subscribe button. Let the firmware update do its thing without any interruption. Once it's done, you'll be brought to the download dialog box. Click download. And I didn't get prompted to go to run mode. And the reason why is I did not have it in remote here. And the Controllogix has a key switch here. And in the remote position, you can programmatically switch it between program and run mode in Studio 5000. Or I can switch it on over to run. We see our run light on. And then I can switch it back over to remote and it'll stay on. Now, the reason I didn't set up my I/O is I wanted to show you the discover method here for getting your modules. Because honestly, a lot of times I'm not sure which revision module I have. Under I/O configuration, I'm going to right-click the backplane. Now, let's make sure we understand what the backplane is. So here is the processor. The chassis is the backplane. So we have 7 slots, and it's slots 0 through 6. If I right-click the backplane and discover module, then it'll go out there and find the modules. And I want all of these in this configuration. So I'm going to hit create. And this will be my L63 processor. And it already knows what revision it is. Now I can right-click, discover module again. And next I have my input module. And I'll hit create on it. And this will be my inputs. Also, we can right-click Ethernet, and there's Discover module there. And it's going to go out there, and you'd see some of these, it says it need an add-on profile before I could do it. But so the 820, the panel views, would need add-on profiles. But this one right here on 192, 168, 122, that is a CompactLogix PLC running version 32. So I can hit create on it. And we'll just call this M and OK. And now we have devices there. So that'll get you started with your CompactLogix PLC. And I have created this playlist right here to help you get started in Studio 5000.